You go for bad boys?
I do, but like bad boys in the sense of just, no, I'm not gonna even defend it. It's just bad. Bad.
Hello. I'm here with Becky.
Hello.
We're going to take the quiz.
I'm really excited about this quiz.
Which person should you
actually date? I have always vacillated between two different types. I either date guys where we're practically like best friends and people are like, you guys more like siblings? Or people who are just like, most of the time I can't stand them, and then for some reason I then want to make out with them at the end of the night. Sounds super healthy, doesn't it? The camera woman is laughing, but
The camera woman.
What kind of people do you go for?
I go for people who are very smart, but maybe not nice, because I really value getting into arguments.
So let this quiz help us.
Let's get into it.
You've just been dumped and you feel heartbroken. How do you deal with it? Throw myself into my career, use it as a reason to party hard, wallow and be sad for as long as I need, and then emerge stronger, turn it into art.
There's the things that I would want to do, and then the things that I actually do. I always wanted to turn it into art, or throw myself into my career, which are like, I guess, two in the same.
I'm actually gonna say that for us, those are like two of the same things you could do, yeah.
But what I actually do is wallow.
How honest of you. I think that I try to throw it into my career, but end up turning it into art and try to make people think that I'm I'm partying hard.
Okay.
So I don't know which one I should go with. Probably the one that I actually do, which is throw it into my career. Yeah.
What would your ideal career? Is this your career or their career?
This is like your career.
Oh, your ideal career. Okay, cool. So we have artist, CEO, writer, doctor. I'm gonna do CEO.
Yeah, actually I was thinking the same thing. Because if you're a CEO, then you could be those things on the side.
Yeah. Maybe not a doctor.
Maybe not a doctor. That's not saying a lot for the physician community. Sorry. Next one is, which of these things would be a deal breaker for you? Not having a sense of humor, not spending any time with me, being mean and insensitive, being unambitious and lazy. These are all horrific. Being unambitious and lazy
that's a huge deal breaker for me.
Is depressing to me, would make me sad.
But mean and insensitive, I don't think.
Being mean and insensitive, we wouldn't even be dating.
Yeah, that's the biggest deal breaker.
Oh, I do like sometimes when they're a little.
Okay.
Oh, she's judging.
Be honest.
Judge. This is when your friends judge quietly. Okay, you do you. And then,
be honest.
Okay, not spending any time with me. Does that mean like 0.0 time?
I've been in long distance relationships, so I can handle being somewhat.
Same. Okay, I guess I'd have to say being unambitious and lazy.
Okay, which thing are you most likely to do to show someone you love them? Dropping everything to take the time to listen to them whenever they need me to. Supporting someone financially and never asking for anything back or holding it against them. Spoiling them with gifts, trips, and other big romantic gestures.
Kind of like the one before it.
Practical things like doing their laundry or cooking them food, and looking after them in general.
I can't do too much of the last one, or else I'll start to feel like their mom, and that creeps me out. But I like doing those things. But if I feel like I'm mothering you too much, it makes the sexual stuff weird. Dropping everything and listening to them.
I think that's what I would do.
We're together on this. I think it's to really listen and spend quality time with them. When I read this one to you, I want you to like really visualize and like soak this in.
Okay.
So you can be really honest with yourself.
Okay.
Ready? I can be lazy. I can get angry too easily. I can be insensitive. I can be selfish.
I already know.
Which one is for you?
I get angry too easily. But then I apologize and I admit to it very soon, because I know I have a hot temper, so I'll like lose it for like a second. And be like, God damn it.
Is it weird that I find that cool?
Oh, no.
I find that cool about you, because you're so chill. Like you're so low key. So
all an illusion.
So the fact that you're like, I can blow up, I'm just like.
It's not healthy though. I'm learning how to change.
I think it's good to express yourself.
But
maybe if you get too angry too easily.
I think it's better than holding it in.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I should have a wider barometer of things that make me upset.
I can be lazy. I don't
Really? I don't find you lazy.
Because I'm terrified to be so.
I feel like you're none of these things.
I'm just gonna go with what my gut said, which was I can be lazy.
Okay. Which of these romantic gestures would be the most meaningful to you?
Okay.
Cooking dinner for me when they know I'm too tired. Planning a fun and spontaneous date night for me and surprising me with it.
Hate surprises.
Surprising me with a thoughtful gift. Helping me out with tasks no one enjoys, like doing taxes, moving, and cleaning.
For the last one, I would appreciate the most. But is it supposed to be which one is the most meaningful? The last one.
Okay. Mine would be a fun and spontaneous date night.
I hate when people are like, I have a surprise for you. I'm just like,
You do?
I hate it.
I love it.
I want to be in control.
No, some people are like that.
Yeah.
Like, I always try to surprise my girlfriend with things and she discovers it. Like, she actively searches out,
Really?
tries to find out what the surprise is.
I get that.
And then I get mad. I'm like, why won't you let me surprise
Which works
you?
with what you just said. Which of these things
Ooh.
is a dumpable offense?
Okay.
Dumpable.
Yeah.
Okay. If they lose their temper and shout at you,
No.
if they take you for granted, if they care more about their work than you, none of these. They care more about their work than you, like all the time?
Yeah. But
Then
I
that's
like someone that cares about their work.
I do. I just don't want you to care. It's like, you can't trump me all the time. But you also like can't be like, how dare you care about being fired?
I feel like being taken for granted all the time would feel bad. Like, honestly, all of these. Like, if you got shouted at a lot, but like a couple times, like,
Yeah, I can deal with a little yelling back, because I'll just be like, yo, let's do it.
yeah, I can take it. None of these, I guess.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say the same thing.
What's your zodiac sign?
Aries. What's yours?
Libra.
Okay.
Oh.
What'd you get?
I got someone sensitive and calm.
Huh. I felt like we had picked similar ones and I got a different one.
Okay. It says, you are an energetic and ambitious person.
Yeah.
You're also highly emotional and quick to react.
Yeah.
You need a partner who can listen to you empathetically, but also mellow out your strong reactions and provide perspective.
Damn, I think that's pretty spot on.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That is definitely what I need.
Okay, you need someone organized and pragmatic. You are creative and fun, but sometimes your head is way too in the clouds to deal with all the day-to-day stuff. Teaming up with a partner who relishes in organization and pragmatism would make you an unstoppable force.
That sounds right.
This is so spot on, it's eerie.
That's
and I am
so
going
accurate.
to actively look into who made this quiz
And be like, date.
and say either date me or just fix my life.
Do you feel like you've ever dated someone like that?
Oh my god, this is huge. No,
Yeah.
but I think I need to. I'm not, this is real, this is happening right now. I'm really realizing this. But I think I'm scared to date someone like this because it threatens me to need someone like this so much. Whoa. That's
deep.
I didn't even,
Whoa.
stuff's happening right now. But that's true though, because then you fully admit that you need someone to help you with that side.
My ex was sensitive and calm. And it was almost a little too
Too much.
because I don't know, I feel like if you're both willing to meet in the middle somehow, that's good. Cause like I like a good debate and like I like a good like back and forth. But when you do that for too long, then you turn into an actual fight. I actually have gone for the sensitive and calm because I'm so over the top
Yeah.
and it's like nice to be balanced out, but I would just dominate.
Yeah, I think you need a little, you can't have it too opposite.
Yeah.
Like you need a little, see, this is why love is so funny.
Yeah.
Because on paper, there's one thing. And then there's just the reality of where your heart actually goes.
Right. Anyways,
Yeah.
I learned a lot about
We learned
yourself.
so much right now.
We're gonna put this quiz in the description.
Take it. Take it seriously.
Tell us your answers.
I would love for people to give me their opinion on if you date people who seem to be opposite of what this quiz said, why do you think that is? Because that will help me explain my life.
I mean, you could also apply this to friendships too.
To anything, really. Just help me out and answer that question.
Yeah.